Right, beating Dolos to let you know that Dolos isn't invincible.
Yeah.
At all. And then this draft, ITF.
Oh.
We're going. This is the grand final draft map 1.
Hooray! The
Let's
grand
go.
finals of European Battlerite Season 2. The Umong banned out for EUNITED. They don't want to play against Jurgen's Jumong.
Fair.
Jurgen's Jumong.
And they don't want to play against Excafu's Varesh.
Strumia was playing the Varesh.
No, Excafu played Varesh around.
Did he?
They both played Varesh.
Oh, that's right. They both do it.
Yeah, but
they're all Varesh players.
Stramia's Varesh is better.
Is it? I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna link it to Excafu. I'm gonna be like my co-casters talking crap about you, dude. Well, the Varesh gonna be picked up for Dolos as a result of that Jumong ban, and on the other side, EUNITED bringing the Thorn.
The Thorn. I like Thorn. I think the one time EUNITED did play Thorn, I believe they played Thorn once in their matching as Impact, and it worked pretty well. Stramia's good on Thorn.
I want to see the Thorn picked by Dolos. Your Nightmare's Thorn looks so good.
Yeah, his Thorn was disgusting. But he also had a sick Jumong backing him up on top of it. So with all of that support behind him, it's kind of tough to ignore that combination. Jumong's not in this one. I definitely think that Excafu's going to go. I bet, Excafu goes Jade.
Jade?
I bet it's going to happen.
You think okay, I bet we see a Jade in this grand finals.
Okay, Jumong, that's fine. That's fine.
I'll give you in the grand finals. I'll say that.
Okay, that's fine.
I think we could possibly see a Jade.
Yeah, it's very possible. Then Lucy being picked up for Dolos, which...
this is really interesting.
That puts in easier spot for them to kind of force Your Nightmare to play a specific role. But hey, go for it.
Yeah, I guess they wanted the Lucy pick and they recognized that EUNITED would probably ban it out. The Older are going to be banned out, so Dolos still get the free reign pick on the melee. They don't want to have to play against Your Nightmare's Older. As Lucy, Older, Varesh, pretty scary comp, and Dolos have been doing quite well with it.
Yeah, absolutely. They were the only team to do it multiple times and win all of them.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, they were winners.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep that Oldor out of that composition. For EUNITED, no Lucy available.
Yeah, that Lucy ban's huge.
Yeah, maybe Blossom, possibly.
Yeah, it's very possible. The Blossom could be picked up, though. I'm not sure how good I feel about it. I think a Pestilus is also something that could be picked. I think Pestilus is pretty good, or is like okay against Lucy Varesh. Of course, the panics against these two immobile characters, very high value, forcing out Clarity Potion or roll or something along those lines. So it could be good. We'll see. I think if Dolos pick Rook 2 and then EUNITED like get the Pestilus, I think that's a pretty scary thing for Dolos, because Rook into Pestilus isn't that great.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of the better characters against Rook.
Well, these last picks, I'm really curious.
Yeah,
they're gonna go.
I wonder if Dolos are gonna like switch it up and not even end up going like one of the classic Thorn or Rook that they played in the last series. I wonder if they completely reveal a new pick for Your Nightmare to start off this grand finals.
I got news for you.
Okay.
So you see Dolos' characters in Varesh and Lucy, right?
Yeah.
Those are actually EUNITED's.
Oh.
And then Dolos or EUNITED's picks, they're actually Dolos's.
Oh, okay.
Dolos's.
Interesting. So Dolos have the Jumong and Dolos.
Wow.
I'm mad. I was doing all the analysis.
You don't need to be mad.
I'm angry. Grr. Yeah,
do your analysis.
No, I'm just memeing, dude.
I know.
I'm just being an idiot. Don't mind me. Yeah, so Dolos are going to be playing the Jumong. Jurgen is going to get his Jumong and the Thorn on Crazy. That works out.
Oh, I was like, there you go. Yeah.
I was like, I want the Thorn. The Thorn looked really good. And the Varesh ban from EUNITED onto Dolos, not wanting to have to play against the Varesh of Jurgen. And the Varesh is actually going to be played by either Strumia or Excafu.
Probably Strumia.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
If so, then you'd see Excafu.
With the Older ban, I think
it'll probably be Excafu on Varesh, yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Excafu.
Do they go Freya again?
They could go Freya.
This is exactly what happened to them last time. They could go Freya.
That's why they went the Lucy ban, maybe. Maybe the Freya pick is gonna be here.
Absolutely.
I feel it makes sense. Of course, Freya's pretty decent against the Thorn as well. And we saw it have success against Jumong earlier. This last pick, though, it's not the healer for Dolos. I'm not sure if they're going to pick Older, maybe? I don't know. Older could be okay. Bit of a scary situation here. What?
Croak.
What?
Croak.
This is
Dolos. What are you doing?
Did we put the things on the wrong side? Is it double healer on Dolos and triple DPS on Dolos? Is this? All right. This is a weird one, dude. This is super weird.
What?
So we do tech rehearsal before we start our broadcast, and a lot of the times they do a mock draft, and it's just like random picks. This looks like one of those. This looks like it should be like a mock draft.
So
this does not look like it should be a thing.
Just to make sure the audience is aware, under EUNITED, it's actually DOLOS. They're switched.
Yeah.
So DOLOS is EUNITED, and EUNITED is DOLOS. So switch it around. The characters, keep the characters where they are. Switch the graphics.
Yeah.
That's what the teams are. So DOLOS is Croak,
Triple
Jumong,
DPS.
and Thorn. Triple DPS, and then EUNITED, double support. This is wonky.
This is gonna end fast. These rounds are going to end so fast. EUNITED is either gonna come out on top in like a matter of seconds, or they're just going to lose slowly over like the course of like 40. This is gonna be very interesting to see how this works. This is what I hope to see out of a grand finals. This wild, crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense.
So in the decision round, we saw a team go double melee, but they were down in the last map. It was map 4, and it felt like a meme comp. But then they won the first 2 rounds like really handily, and it was Croak, and then I forget who their second melee was, but they did have Croak in there as well, and they executed it pretty well for about 2.5 rounds, and then they got stomped afterwards after they got figured out. So it's fun when it works, but it has to work, and this is a little more measured in terms of a triple DPS comp. You're not going full in like you have Jumong as a range DPS instead of just having 2 melee and then a healer to back you up, which is what that last comp was. This one is triple DPS. This is a lot more interesting to me.
I wonder why they didn't just pick Ulrich instead of Croak. I feel like Ulrich would have been pretty good with Dolos's comp with the Thorn and the Jumong.
Because of the memes, bro.
I guess so. This is going to be super unique. Very interesting to see. No healer. I don't remember the last time in competitive Battlerite, especially in a grand finals, I saw somebody pick a comp like this.
Yeah. I wanna see this game.
If
right
EUNITED ever, or not EUNITED, but rather DOLOS, if they ever find an in, EUNITED's just gonna die.
Yeah.
Like Lucy's just gonna die.
Well, so in the situation where it possibly could work. So there's not a lot of movement on the side of EUNITED. You have Varesh and Lucy. Lucy has a roll. Varesh has his R and his counter. So you bait out the counter. All he has is his R. And then Lucy, you force out the roll. That could be deadly.
Yeah. Lucy's just gonna die. She's gonna
Lucy
eat
will
Chinese
just die.
food.
You literally can just focus out Randler like early. You have the ability to do that with how much freaking push you have on this team. And if you get him out and you force a 2v3 early, I'm talking myself into this, man. I gotta stop.
I mean, this could work out. Of course, the entangling roots with the Thorn can set up with Croak combos. Like you can just do a lot of you can do a lot of wild stuff with this comp. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see. And DOLOS, on the other hand, they do have things to deal with it. They have the inhibitors guard, which is pretty good. Lucy has barrier. Swift roll, I'm sure, will be taken, and the Battlerite that I think will be most impactful for this will be the Blossom's Tree movement speed. When Tree dies, you get a 40% movement speed haste, and that's going to be so great for kiting away from the double melee comp that DOLOS is playing.
Right, sure. Well, if you wanted a grand final with some zany action, well, guess what? We gave you some triple DPS for round number 1 of the grand finals.
Yeah, and this is going to go quick, so you don't want to go anywhere. You want to watch this. Croak,
immediately trying to pull on the Thorn, but doesn't get him. And then tries to target switch.
Oh, it looks like the last picks were mixed up, and we have one healer on each side. Okay. Things suddenly make a lot more sense. The Dragon Slayer from Jürgen is going to find the kill onto Randler. Exfu and Sremia, all that's left. Sremia, we saw him play this Croak earlier. It didn't look too good for him, and this round is not starting out so hot.
They had to rely on so much setup and already getting kind of wonked in, so maybe trying to force this Croak pick in. I don't really understand going with the Croak this early. That did not work for them at all in their series against Impact, so a really questionable decision there, and we see them get annihilated in this round 1. So, yes, sorry everyone for the confusion, but it was fun to talk about, though. It was fun to theory craft on that. Yeah.
Well, we've made it, and we can actually see what the teams are playing now. Clarny's on the Blossom, Jürgen's on the Jumong, which is very scary, as we saw in that last round. He absolutely dominated Randler early on. Your Nightmare on his Thorn, which I think is a pretty good pick for him. On the other side, we have Sremia on the Croak. We have Lucy being played by Randler, and then, of course, we have the Varesh being played by Exfu.
Yeah, and right now, DOLOS, that was an easy win for them. They immediately took out. Yeah, very, very clean.
Trying to go into Sremia, but he's got no luck.
This setup is not going to work. They are just avoiding it at every cost. The double Petrify is nice, though, by Randler.
Yeah, that was a really good Petrify. The Barb Tusk is going to mitigate a lot of the damage that would have gone on to Jürgen, though, and not so fortunate is Exfu, who eats a lot of Rain of Arrow damage.
And the powers combined is going to do a lot of damage onto your Nightmare. He's in some trouble right now. He's doing a lot of damage right now. He finally burrows out and is getting out, but EUNITED getting a lot of damage in.
Venom Wind comes out. The Entangling Roots does land, and the barrier is given to Your Nightmare to ensure he doesn't take too much damage. And everybody on Dolos is doing okay for now, but a double Petrify from Wrangler is going to set up even more resources to be taken by EUNITED. Really nice Petrify here. The orb is spawning. We'll see who gets it. Beautiful clarity. It knocked it right out of the pole range.
Wow.
Sick play from Wrangler.
Yeah, very, very good play from Wrangler. And Sarmia immediately wants to aggress on this. Slowly, EUNITED is trying to turn this in their favor. Your Nightmare doesn't have a lot of health to work with, so he's got to pick and choose powers combined, doing a ton of damage. It gets him on 3 ticks, and that's more damage onto Your Nightmare. He entangles to try to keep Sarmia away, but Sarmia's still up here. He takes an arrow to the face, but he's able to get out.
Another double Petrify. Wrangler, will you chill?
Wow.
Dolos is trying to play the game, dude. Let them play. Let them move.
No,
the double Petrify is coming out.
Venom Wind available.
Yeah, it's on board. Your Nightmare, he has the ultimate. We'll see if he can get anything done with it. Something could happen here. There's no ulti. Yeah, on the other side, Yumong's gonna die.
Thought he might have had his prowl to avoid it, but he did not. Lucigu gonna come out, so EUNITED playing this well, and we've seen this composition work, but again, everything has to go right, and when Wrangler's landing double pets, that's everything going right.
Yeah, he got 2 double pets that round, like 2 or 3. Like, he was reliably CCing the enemies, which is something that's very important when you're playing Lucy. You gotta hit those, and he hit all of them.
And for Dolos, it's just trying to maybe spread just a little bit farther away so you don't get double petted.
Yeah, don't get double petted.
Because double petted is the whole reason they lost.
Yeah, they got to be very careful about that Croak too. There were a couple times where Your Nightmare hit an Entangling Roots on a stealth Croak, which is absolutely huge, but it was just too little too late as the in-cap setup had already come out, and then at that point the damage was already coming out from the other 2 members of EUNITED. You got to play really safe around this Croak.
Early damage on Execute. Execute getting stunned on the blue too. They are staying real tight, as you said, and a lot of damage on Sarmia early. Not a good early game here for EUNITED, as Sarmia took a lot of damage. Mitigated on the side of Execute. Now they turn right back around on the Blossom, doing some damage. Sarmia trying to switch back, gets the pressure off of his teammate and put it on Your Nightmare.
That Entangling Roots was really good from Your Nightmare. It went right around Sarmia and hit Wrangler. Really nicely done, slowing down the roll of the healer. The Dead Roots is available too, so if Wrangler rolls, he might just die.
Big stun.
Pole coming in, trying to force out the roll from Wrangler. He'll instead petrify. This orb gonna be taken by the Dragon Slayer, it looks like. Nope, Jurgen is actually gonna try to aim for the enemy, but he gets nothing. A little bit of an unfortunate circumstance there. The ultimate, the Dance of the Dryads, dealing a bit of damage, and the power combined is weakened because of it, but they do find quite a lot of damage onto the Thorn. The Dead Roots comes out inevitably, and Varesh goes down, but for a second, that looked scary for Your Nightmare.
That was super scary, but that Dead Roots confirmed the kill and really mitigated any effect that it had. The Lucigu was going to come out as well. EUNITED trying to force things out, but they cannot do it. Dolos fights back real strong here again. No double petrifies this time for Wrangler.
Yeah, Wrangler.
See what happens.
I really like the way Your Nightmare played. He made it so Wrangler couldn't do the Lucy thing. He couldn't just sit back and throw out that long-range petrify and heal bot. He had to deal with the aggression of the Thorn, and the pull from Thorn is so good against Lucy.
Yeah.
If you force the Lucy to come to you and you force that moment of panic in the Lucy, it's like, okay, I have to respond to this. Because if you don't either panic, petrify, or roll, or barrier, then the Thorn's just gonna eat you alive. You're just gonna die. And being able to force those abilities with such an expendable ability like Thorn's pull is very important. It's like trading a cooldown that's not that important for something like a barrier or a panic, which is huge.
Really cool. He's looking for some damage there against Dizzler. Not Dizzler. Wow.
Dizzler, yeah, that's the other team.
Yeah,
that's the Jurgen.
They're gone. I pulled a U. That's Jurgen.
Yeah, he pulled a me. Broke having a really hard go at this start. Not getting too much damage onto Clarny as Clarny is dealing with it just fine. Petrify coming out down bottom on the Thorn, and the orb will be secured by EUNITED. That helps out Sarmia quite a lot.
Oh, had to pop the shields on Sarmia. Sarmia trying to get in to Clarny, doesn't find any value out of it. Dance of the Dryads coming out, doesn't find Sarmia, and Sarmia ends up finding Jurgen, ends up getting that stun, but out. Not going to get too much value, but Sarmia doing work up here on the bottom side. Meanwhile, Your Nightmare is getting bodied right now and got pulled out of his ult. Finally, the ult comes through. They do get the orb.
Yeah, that was a big orb take. Dolos desperately needed it as Jurgen was getting pretty low. He's now got that Dragon Slayer, so we'll see how he chooses to use it. Clarny, he's also sitting on the Dance of the Dryads. A lot of energy on the side of Dolos. Petrify coming out, slowing the roll of the Jumong, and down on the other side, Thorn, he's not having such a good go of it.
No, not at all. Sarmia boxing up against him. The Venom Wind available, and he whipped.
Two ultis whipped right there. Execute and Sarmia both missing theirs, but still Your Nightmare might die. He's so close.
Oh my god.
The burrow not quite up yet. Oh my god, this is so scary.
How is he living right now?
Oh, dude, he predicts the movement from Sarmia, too. Really nicely played by Your Nightmare.
Wow, and Jurgen and Clarny get back to give him the support that he needs. He's still pretty low, though. It's going to be tough because the powers combined are enough to take out DOLOS. United fight back to tie this game up.
xQfu's ulti at that end was absolutely incredible, getting so much value all over the board against DOLOS and taking the round because of it. He has the gold damage number for a reason.
Yeah.
That ulti was huge, and just throughout the round, his M2s were reliably hitting, which really, really amps up the Croak's pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. And now for DOLOS, it's just trying to find a way to kill your nightmare.
Yeah.
I got that so mixed.
You mixed it up. That's okay.
I am off, man. It is terrible. It's been a very, very
You mentioned
long
you weren't
day
feeling
of
well. I'm
Battlerite.
just happy you're here with me, man.
No, that's okay.
Happy you're here.
It's all good.
Croak not doing so hot to start this one off, taking quite a bit of damage and not able to get in with his first stealth. And on the bottom side, your Nightmare's entry has been very, very smooth. Panic completely missed by Randler too. Definitely not ideal, but the damage is starting to add up on the side of DOLOS. Jurgen's down to half.
Yeah, Jurgen took a lot of damage there. Could not get anything going and forced a prowl out. As soon as the prowl out, Sarmia hopped on him. Venom Wind going to find your Nightmare. Your Nightmare going to eat the brunt of that and trying to get it back. And EUNITED picking up the orb.
EUNITED are playing so fast. DOLOS is never getting any time to slow down and reset, which is what Thorn wants to do because the Croak is always running in. We see it here. Sarmia is just wreaking havoc on this back line, and now xQfu is diving in too. The ultimate, the Dance of the Dryads, comes out from Randler, but the counter's procced, and now xQfu is letting go his own.
Oh my gosh, and the Lucy
and the
goo.
goo. Everything dumped onto your Nightmare there, and he's living in his own nightmare as he gets taken down.
EUNITED going to take the lead here off of all of those abilities popped, and now they are fighting and looking really strong. Like you said, playing so fast, not giving any room to breathe for Jurgen. Just pushed them up into the corner. Clarity couldn't do anything either. He got boxed out and then stunned, where Sarmia just stuns him, turns right back onto Jurgen, and then it was xQfu who came up and just shattered Lucy, silenced him afterwards, just completely stun-locked them.
Yeah, and this Lucy, or this Blossom pick on the side of DOLOS just doesn't do enough. It's not doing enough to help out with the Croak pressure like a Lucy would have. So that Lucy ban by EUNITED really coming into effect here. Because if there was a Clarity Potion or a barrier that Croak had to deal with, then he would be not having nearly as much success, but this Croak is having such a good game.
Sarmia.
Look at it, he's just
getting
running.
that early damage. Yeah, no, they're not touching him.
He's on the world tour, dude. He's just visiting all 3 members of DOLOS, just hitting them up.
Frog hopping. He's still getting more damage. They finally find him a little bit, but he hops over the edge and avoids that steady shot from Juma.
Yeah,
oh, your Nightmare.
Too.
Oh my gosh, and the
Oh,
Venom Wind.
no
He doesn't have
burrow,
burrow either. Yeah, he's gonna eat that. And coming right back, it's going to be xQfu. Wants to get more damage on it. Sarmia turned right back on him. Your Nightmare's in so much trouble. Clarity trying to keep him up, and they're gonna immediately turn on to Jurgen. Big stuns and big damage. He's gonna go all in on this. Pulls it away. The prowl is not enough. Sarmia just putting on the pressure, and Jurgen gets eliminated.
Yeah, good night, Jurgen. He's not gonna be in this one any longer, and soon to be the case for Clarity too, as he gets jumped at by xQfu and chunked down in the goo. Not looking so good for DOLOS as EUNITED have all the momentum.
It looked like DOLOS had this game figured out, and in the early rounds, it's like we thought, okay, here we go. Croak really isn't working for this team. We already saw this. We know it's not going to happen, and then EUNITED ran away with it.
Yep. EUNITED, they're just looking really good. I would be very surprised if they didn't take this round. I think they won this draft when they banned Lucy. When they banned Lucy, they won the draft because the Croak is very good against the Blossom, and the other likely pick for EUNITED, or not for EUNITED, but for DOLOS, would have been Older. And Croak dominates Older. It's been a long time since we've seen that matchup, but Older cannot do anything against Croak. So very smart. Look at this again.
Early game right now, Sarmia is just having his way with this entire team. And then a huge in-cap and into a huge stun. Jurgen doesn't have an answer for it. Clarity can't keep him healed up fast enough to knock down that real HP.
xQfu's taking a lot of damage though. The Inhibitor's Guard and Barrier was both used on him. A lot of damage. He will inevitably go down. An instance in which he committed too hard. xQfu, he gets punished for it.
Feeling a little too confident.
Yeah, too cocky.
Yeah.
Way too cocky.
Yeah,
you use his R to go in, like you're gonna die.
Yeah, you got to be able to confirm the win just by playing the game that has worked instead of getting overly aggressive, waiting for that moment to strike, and now forced back. EUNITED will have to play another round to try to close it.
Yeah, they absolutely will, unless some miracle happens, but Randler and Sarmia are both so close to death, they will go down, and DOLOS, they gotta win 2 more if they take this game.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just praying for xQfu to R in.
Well, hey, come here.
Yeah,
come here.
Come to us.
Come here, Exy. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it. But round 8 now. This is going 8, could go 9. DOLOS definitely wants to force that game number 9. But EUNITED is, again, all xQfu has to do is just chill. and I think they got it.
Yeah, I think so too. They just need to enable Shermia and then follow him up, not engage too hard. Got to sit with Aluzi a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see if they're able to moving into round 8. Pretty close match already in our grand finals.
Owen already finding some value on a Your Nightmare.
Yeah, a lot of damage on the Clarny too. He just jumps in, uses M1 a couple times. He's even spitting on Blossom.
Yeah.
Why are you spitting on the deer, dude?
Wait, I mean, look, the deer is very annoying.
Some people
you're gonna spit on it.
Some people say don't be the deer. I'm saying you shouldn't spit on him.
Well, going right in with
God.
it, doing a ton of damage to Clarny. The Barb Tusk going to prevent that, and a double root, and then a huge Dragon Slayer, which evens things up for Dolos. Actually, lets them take the lead.
Clarny, though. Yeah, Clarny gets bodied down bottom, though. The Varesh ultimate hits 3 times, and there's no hop available. Such a hard game for the Blossom. There's not a lot he can do against either the Croak or the Varesh, and it really showed. Dolos not going to take this game.
No, they are not.
Oh, actually, maybe I'm speaking a little too soon.
Oh, he got him healed. He got him healed.
And the counter's procs. Yep, he's out of there.
Oh, Shermia ate that one. Unless Eric gets a pick here, almost. Using the R to try to get away. Actually, no, that's the powers combined. It's not the ult. Oh, not the R.
Yeah.
Wrong key.
Yeah, wrong key. R and F are certainly different.
They're
buttons.
definitely different buttons that do different things. And Jurgen will go down to the Venom Wind, and EUNITED wins map 1 in 8.
Yeah, a very, very smart draft from them. Helps them out quite a lot. No Lucy gonna be there to negate that Croak pressure. Like we saw earlier when we saw Impact beat the Croak, they had the Lucy. And Godof's Lucy, the clarity potions and the barriers made it so easy. EUNITED learning from their mistakes earlier on today, drafting better, and just taking that easy W.
And knowing that they weren't expecting the Croak, that